Hello and welcome to episode 13 of Battlegrounded with me, your host Martin. As I mentioned in the last episode, I'm going to try and do school again. Before I land, I did want to draw attention to one more thing, which I didn't mention in the last video. Check out my new threads. Look at this cool new floral shirt. I really like the clothes in this game. I feel like they fit the theming of the game, but also have enough personalisation that it's fun to play with. So I'm going to try and play this a little bit smarter. I'm not going to land right inside the school. I'm going to land just outside of it, and I'm going to try and watch people as they get into fights. So we'll see how that goes. So you can sort of see through this window. Let's see who the first person to drop down is going to be. This is where I was nearly killed before. Obviously this is the school auditorium. There we go, there's our first person. They can pick up some weapons. I can see they've got a bulletproof vest on as well. They must have come in through the ground floor exit or entrance. They're going to now sit and camp up there, I guess, and try and catch someone dropping down through. No, they're going out the back. Right, so one of the things you have to do if you land here in the early game is make sure you stay mobile. It's really, really important, because if you don't, you will get shot very quickly. I'm going to try and treat this as a bit more of a field porting one. Okay, so there's a great spot. You can jump off the roof onto that, or you can get through the windows. It's a great spot to camp. I'm wondering if that person can hear me right now, but I'm watching them see if they can get some kills as people try and loot the rooms that they have a good eye into. Let's just keep an eye out and see what we can see. Doesn't look like they're getting anyone taking the bait. So there is always a chance that someone comes in over the roof and causes what's the shooting going on. I guess they have gone inside. So let's see what's going on, see if I can see anything through these windows. Can't see anything at the moment. A lot of people are going to be on the first... Oh, there is someone right there. Okay, I can see them. They, I think they spotted me, but I'm not sure they did. They're probably going to come around and try and shoot me, so I'm just going to try and duck in here. Okay, there they are. Let's get moving and see if I can get away from them before they shoot me to death. Okay, so gone down there. Right, so this is the other auditorium, the gymnasium, which is a really cool area because it's very, very open and there's like stands overlooking it. So you get people sort of watching. You're very visible anytime you're in there. What I'm in now is the swimming pool area. You've got this back corridor which leads all the way through around to the front, which I think is an interesting choice as well because it means you have to get access to the front. The swimming pool itself, if we come up here, we clear? Okay. Amazing little area. Oh, please don't shoot me. Okay, this is actually directly inspired by certain concept art from Chernobyl. Yeah, you can find photos of the swimming pool that this is most directly inspired by. You can definitely feel the inspiration of, the Chernobyl ruined landscape in a lot of the architecture in this game. I think it's really strong, and I think, as I've spoken about before, it carries that line through from games like Stalker and Arma and Metro, all of which I think made heavy use of the Chernobyl landscape as sort of concept art and reference images. So again, we have an instance here where it's both referring to or invoking, I think, a sense of Eastern European or post-Soviet like destruction and disrepair, which is definitely something which I think we get a lot of messages about in the West. It's something which, people from those areas will give you different reports about how the architecture is doing and what happened to the architecture in the wake of the Soviet Union falling, and everyone's going to have very different feelings about it. Personally, I think it's really beautiful architecture, and it's a real shame that a lot of it fell into disrepair as areas were economically repressed by various other factors and powers. I'm not the authority on this, but nonetheless, I think you definitely see the inspiration coming directly from that type of architecture into this game, and with this very direct reference of Chernobyl in the swimming pool area, then it's incredibly obvious what they're shooting for. Just a little thing that you can look up yourself. I suggest you, if you Google the Chernobyl swimming pool, then you will see one that looks almost a spitting image of the one that I just got shot in. So I'm probably going to do the school again. It's not going to be my next episode, but there is a lot to say about it. I think something I might try to do is go over to the apartments and then swing by the school when it's a bit quieter. Usually people tend to loot it out and then run away because it's not a great defensible position, generally speaking. So if you're playing aggressive, then, or whichever way you want to play, you're unlikely to spend too much time around here after if you survive the beginning. So, as I say, I will come back here eventually. I'll hopefully have some more to say, and perhaps I'll be able to actually survive for a few minutes and not get murdered. If you enjoy my videos, please hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Please tell your friends about it. Thanks very much.